Okay, so the second it starts getting hot outside, this is the only thing I want to snack on. Tangy Garlic Cucumber Bites are ready in under 10 minutes, and honestly, they get even better the longer they sit in the fridge. And the best part about this is you can change it up every time with the flavors that you're craving. Make a big batch, stash it, and thank yourself later. As soon as it's warm out and I'm taking the dogs on long walks down the National Mall, I am craving cucumbers. I'm going to show you how I just whip up these cucumbers so that they're always ready to go for snacking. It has like a little hint of Asian flavors, but I don't love soy sauce. So this isn't going to be soy sauce heavy or anything like you're used to in your recipes. This literally takes 5 minutes. It's nothing fancy. I basically just use what I already have in the house and I go ahead and throw it into the Tupperware container that I'm going to store it in the fridge. I love cooking because I love the final product, but I hate making a mess. And so for me, the easiest thing is to use as little bowls as possible, as little forks as possible, mixing spoons, all those things. Or else I'm just going to create a mess in the kitchen. And with a tiny city kitchen, that just makes you not want to cook. It makes you not want to step foot in your kitchen at all. I like using the mini cucumbers. That's just a personal preference. And then you just need some vinegar, an onion. Vinegar, I go back and forth between rice vinegar and apple cider vinegar. Himalayan pink salt. I do a splash of fish sauce. I know people are weird about it. You don't have to do it. I just like to have that little bit of oomph in it, especially because I'm not doing soy sauce. So let me get that real quick. Just kidding, I'm out of fish sauce, but I'm curious how Worcestershire sauce would work. We're usually just winging it, and the end goal ends up being just fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and chop up the cucumbers. I like to cut these down the middle first and then cut them because I like them in halves. And that is because I don't just use them for snacking straight out of the Tupperware, but I throw them in rice bowls and sometimes make little sushi adjacent little hand rolls. And I just find it so much easier to just go ahead and cut it in the length and size that I need for the majority of uses. I didn't cut all the way through on some of them, so I'm just gonna snap them. It's fine. I think for my next video, I'm gonna do my iteration of like a sushi roll. It's my 5-minute snack version where I'm kind of just taking the concept of it, using what I have in my fridge, and honestly, the majority of the time, it suffices the craving for sushi. You don't have to end up ordering it, and it's not as big of an ordeal as actually making real handmade sushi at home. If I were making this and wanted a snack immediately, I wouldn't throw all the cucumber in here. I would take a smaller little Tupperware thingy and then throw that in there however much I wanted. Obviously it tastes better as it soaks in the vinegar over time in the fridge, but I think it's just as good right from the beginning as well. So I don't have a lot of rice vinegar left. So for this batch, I'm gonna do the rice vinegar. And then for this one, I'm just gonna do apple cider vinegar. For the sake of being helpful, normally I would just eyeball this and pour it, but because someone is definitely going to ask how much is in here. See if this is 1/4 of a cup. That would be my guess. Okay, we're gonna do 1/4 of a cup there. And I actually do have a little tiny bit left, so I'm just gonna eyeball it on my other guy. So then we're going to do a splash of the Worcestershire sauce. I did ask Alexa why the Worcestershire sauce works if you don't have fish sauce, and basically it was like, well, the fish sauce is going to be fishier, but they're all going to have the umami flavor, which it always sounds so pretentious to being like, that's such a great umami flavor, but I guess it's the catch-all word for just flavor depth, right? I'm not sure. Okay. So again, because someone's gonna ask, I think I'm gonna do half a teaspoon of this. Again, normally I would eyeball it. I'm gonna do half a teaspoon there, and then for my little side batch, just gonna splash some on. This is totally optional. I don't always do this, but you can throw in a little bit of sugar. I don't know if I have any. Oh, I have a tiny bit of cane sugar. So let's do a teaspoon. Do a teaspoon. Again, there's no perfect science here. It is, no, we are not doing 1 teaspoon. We're doing half a teaspoon. That's crazy. The more you do this, you'll just see like which flavors of it you like the best. There's literally no right or wrong answer. If I'm completely honest, I love to throw in as much vinegar as possible. I'm a vinegar girl. I know it's pungent for a lot of people, so that is a personal to taste thing, but when in doubt, I always add more vinegar than needed. So then we'll throw in some sea salt. I just bought a new batch, so I need to open this first. I went on a health kick a few years ago, and just one of the biggest things was replacing everyday things with maybe the more healthy version of that, and that's when I started using Himalayan pink salt, and now I haven't gone back. Okay, so we're just gonna throw I did I do that? Okay, so then just add some salt. Now I'm gonna take my tin, grab my lid. Oh, you know what would be good? We could add red pepper flakes. I also grabbed some paprika for my side batch. I've never thrown it in there before, but I think it could be interesting, and I will take one for the team and report back if that is good or not. But that is the fun of this. You can play around with it a million different ways based off of the different flavors that you're craving. Okay, so where's my lid? Here's my lid. Throw this on here. Shake it up. See, I feel like in most videos, everyone would throw this in a mixing bowl and then mix it up in the mixing bowl a few times, then put it in the Tupperware to store. But I'm over here like, let's create the least amount of work dishes as possible. I just added my leftover chopped onion, and because I have the garlic out, I'm gonna pop a little bit in there. Because why not? A little bit more. I'll close it. Shake it up. And in the fridge it goes.